Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I've been waiting for a couple parts to show up in the mail, which surprisingly all three of them showed up at the same time, which was really cool. So anyhow, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do an unpackaging video and show you guys what I've got. Make sure everything's here. And anyhow, explain a little bit how I'm going to do all this, and just give you a little bit of sneak peek on what's coming up here very shortly. Enjoy. So I got to thinking about the wiring and how I was going to go about doing this. So I did a little bit of research on YouTube, and I had an idea how to do it. I just wasn't really sure the products to get. So after watching a couple of videos, I started out by getting one of these. So what this is basically is a fuse panel. It's got 6 LEDs in there. Let you know the fuses are good. So basically this is a ground, and these are grounds, and then this is a hot that comes straight from the battery or a circuit breaker, and then these can go out to 6 different ports. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to run these to relays. Same thing with the grounds. I'm going to run all those to relays and then let the relay send power to wherever I need to, just as a safety precaution. So anyhow, pretty cool little deal. Comes with a cap. You can label it and all that. It's see-through obviously, and you got spots here so you can put your wires and all that stuff in there. So pretty cool little deal. I think it cost me $6, so not terribly bad. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a panel that all this fits on. So anyhow, there's the fuse block. Alright, so part 2, the fuse box showed up the other day, and so I just wanted to make sure it was the right one, so I opened it up early. See if I can do this with the camera in the way and not cut myself. Alright, here we go. Come on. Okay, there's the wiring. Damn, I was hoping there was 4 of them in here. Alright, so these are just regular old Bosch style relays. They got the little tabs so that I can mount them on there. And nicely enough, they come with the wiring harness. Oops. Alright, so they come with the wiring harness and all that. Pretty slick little deal. So once again, we'll mount that to the... so basically what these are going to do is they're going to send power to circuits that I want to protect. And, you know, like the computer, the fuel pump, the fan, you know, stuff like that that I don't want to... Come on, doughhead. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to have to order 2 more of these. I thought there was 4 in this pack. No big deal. These were, oh man, $4 I think, so ordering 2 more of them is not a big deal. And last but not least, ordered a 5-pack of these bad boys. So basically what this does is these tie into each other so you can run. So I'm going to run the relay to this bus, and then I can plug whatever I want to power into this side, and that way I don't have to upset any of the other wires to the relay or whatnot. That way the wire to the relay goes here, and then if I need to undo it for whatever reason, I can unscrew this and take the wire out. Say I have this port going to my fuel pump, and later on I decide to upgrade fuel pumps, and I need to undo the wiring. Instead of having to cut in the wire and then re-soldering it and all that, you just undo it from this deal, pull it out, boop, put the new one in, tighten it up, boom, you're done. Comes with a nice little cover and everything. Looks like this came with a 5-pack, and I think these were like $6. So I mean, we're not talking about huge money for any of this stuff, but it'll be nice and clean. It'll be a nice feature, because you saw my engine compartment of my truck. It looks like a frickin' disaster. So I wanted to do it right this time and make it look nice. So anyhow, I need to order 2 more of those, and I got plenty of these, and I got the, oh yeah, that's right. Save the biggest for the last. Something else I was really needing, so I was looking around. Oh god, I looked around all over the place trying to find one of these, because I'm not really sure. I'm trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. I have nothing to go off of, so I just took a chance and I got it. Let's make sure you can see. All right, yep, sure enough, cool. All right. Hell yeah. I really hope this fits. So that's my new exhaust header, since the stock Lexus one had these big, huge catalytic converters right there where that pipe is. They definitely would not fit in the truck. So I opted to do this route. It wasn't terribly expensive in comparison to how expensive some of these headers are for these 2Js. So I hope it works. I bought a relatively cheap one because I don't know if I'm really not too sure how this is going to fit in the truck. I may have to dimple this to get it to fit past the frame or whatnot. So we'll see. I'm a little alarmed at that because that doesn't look terribly level, but this is what it is. Nothing I can't cut and weld again, right? But I did opt for the single outlet. They do sell these with dual outlets, just like the stock Lexus. Make sure you got a good angle of that. So the single, as I stated, I figured it'd take up less space since I have a bell housing and a frame and a cab body and all that stuff. Plus, that's a lot less fab work to have to work with. Pretty cool. It's Christmas here at Mike Griffith Garage. We got 3 parts all on the same day. I'm hoping that I can try and slide this thing on here in a little bit. I've got a side job I've been working on. I'm gonna talk to him today and see if I can do a video on that. So anyhow, look forward to that upcoming. So anyhow, got everything all unpackaged and kind of give you an idea. I gotta go get some plastic for my relay board and I'll do a video on that. And anyhow, I'll be back here shortly. Alright, well, I spent a little bit of time off camera trying to put this square peg in this round hole, and well, it looks like everything under the goddamn sun is in the way. As you can see, it's hitting the frame here. It's hitting the bell housing right there, and underneath there I got like this much room. So once this settles down, it's going to be probably touching the engine mount too. But you know, I ordered this for a 2JZ, which it was designed for a Supra, with the thought that, oh well, it should fit. I mean, well, I thought. So I think what I'm going to do is take the bolt out of the engine mount and tilt the motor up and see if I can get this to slide down into place, and then see how my gaps are from there between the bell housing, the engine, the frame, and the motor mount. All 4 of them. I really don't want to make a set of headers because it's a pain in the ass, and well, I'm good at gluing shit together, but I'm not. I don't know if I guess I could get it to get airtight, but we're trying really hard to not have to modify this. The other thing I'm concerned about too is that bung right there. By the time this header gets down into place, it's going to be aiming right at the frame rail, which not a big deal. I can always cap it or fill it with weld and put a bung like uphill from it, and that way it's out of the way. So anyhow, I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek on this deal. I was hoping it'd just fit right in there, but you know, it's exhaust that shit never works like it's supposed to. It just seems to be the laws of how that works. So anyhow, I got to go to work here in a couple minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and just leave it like this for a minute. And I'll probably screw with it tomorrow. Tonight I got to come home and get the transmission out of that thing. So yeah, that'll be, hopefully I'll do a video on that tonight and show you my progress on that. So anyhow, yeah, that sucks. That's really disheartening. I was hoping that that was just going to be a slam dunk deal, but oh well. If any of you guys out there have any knowledge on what will fit in here, I mean, I can redo the engine mounts. That's obviously not a big deal. I have the ability to do that. It's the distance between the frame, the bell housing, and all of that that I can't alter the frame, of course, and the engine's sitting square in the engine bay, so I can't move it one way, move it over, because, well, that puts everything off to the side, and that's dumb. So anyhow, if you guys have any ideas, any research, any feedback on what I could possibly do, I would really appreciate it. So anyhow, we're going to go ahead and wrap that up for today, and I will get back at it here either tonight or tomorrow morning.
All right, well, since installing the manifold or the header is probably going to be an entire video in itself, I figured I'd go ahead and just release this video now. That way, I'll kind of break it up a little bit. So anyhow, a little more of an informative video than really getting anything done. But anyhow, so we're definitely, the next thing to do is try and get that damn header to fit in there. I remember when we took the engine out of the Lexus, that the exhaust didn't want to fit out of it either. We had to actually pull the transmission to get the exhaust out of the IS. So I remain confident now that I remember that. So anyhow, I'm obviously going to have to jack the motor up and maybe even pull the transmission to get that stupid thing in there. So anyhow, I know that's going to be a little more than just a couple-minute video, so I figure we'll at least give you this. And hopefully I can hit it this weekend. I've got to go out of town, so plus I still got to do that transmission in that Honda. So I'm going to try and get as much done as I can. So I really appreciate you watching. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and hit the little post notification bell. That way you don't miss anything, because I've got plenty of videos coming up, and we're just going to keep rock and rolling this thing. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.